Hello everyone. This is my second video and I want to make it about the misconceptions about regarding language learning. I've come up with 5 misconceptions that I have faced in my life and what people have told me and the truth that I was able to unveil behind them. So, myth number 1, you cannot learn a language without learning about the culture. And that's true. You can go to classes and you can be strictly, you can stick to the book and just learn the grammar, learn the word, but you can never use it correctly if you don't know anything about the culture. So because what it is that I have friends, for example, in my French course, and we have 2 types of exams. Ones that tests the grammar and our knowledge of the language, and the other one is cultural. It tests history, and we have to learn about the kings of France, and you don't have to know, like, get into the history of France to be able to speak French. But without that sort of knowledge, you won't be able to understand the innuendos behind certain words and meanings of the cultures, and use idioms, for example. So you can't learn a language without knowing something or a few things about the culture, because the people of the language made it what it is, not the language on itself. It does not stand on its own. Myth number 2 is you don't have to live in that country to be able to speak its language. You don't have to live in a certain country to be able to speak in its language. If you do, if you have that chance, awesome. You're pretty much lucky, but you don't have to. For those of you who can't go to the country they wish to learn its language, no, you can learn with the internet today. With the globalization, you can learn anything from anywhere, basically. So yes, don't let that stop you, and don't say, oh, when I go there I'm going to start learning that language. No, start now. Myth number 3 is language learning is lifelong learning, but it does not take forever. I mean, everything is lifelong learning. Nothing stops, and nothing is complete. You don't study something and then like, oh, I'm an expert in that. Like, I know everything about it. No, there's progression and there's history for every single field of science, just as language. But it doesn't take forever. It means that you don't have to spend 10 years learning one language, and you'd be having that mentality of, I have to focus on one language and I can't go to any other language and start learning them, because I have to really get, be able to speak in that language. No, go ahead, give yourself freedom. Start with one language. If you're someone like me who loves languages as a hobby, you can learn simultaneously other languages. If you prefer to get a firm grasp of one and then move to the other, you can do that, but it won't take you forever. Myth number 4 is that you can learn more than one language. I know that I'm not the first one who's saying this, and this is not breaking news, but growing up, personally, I grew up with English and Arabic, as I said in my introductory video, and I've always had an interest in languages. But people, including my parents and other people, not to throw all the blame on them, told me that I can't learn another language. That's it. I have to be born with the language to be able to speak it. But I grew up, I turned 16, and I proved them wrong. I can speak about 4 languages, 5 you can say, and 3 of those 5s are, I learned them later on. I wasn't born with them. Okay, the last myth that I would like to comment on, and I truly believe in this. I do not refute any scientific evidence or any sorts or anything like that, but the saying of kids learn better than adults, kids learn languages better than adults, that is true. It's not that it's not true, it's true, but there are reasons why. It's not because kids, a child's brain is is more developed than an adult. That's why it can learn a language. It's more equipped. Yes, but why is it more equipped? Well, I have two reasons for you, which you can follow, and you can temporarily adapt these reasons in learning a language. Children have freer minds and they're desperate for communication. Freer minds mean they don't have a lot of worries, they don't have a lot of responsibilities, they don't have a to-do list in their head that's in constant loop like we have as adults. We have to-do lists constantly. They don't have that. They're just there for the moment, and they have curiosity. They look around. They're willing to grasp. Um, they have freer minds, and they're desperate for communication. Desperate for communication is the state of state of survival. That your body and mind is willing to do whatever and go full pelt in doing something and learning something, and that's when you can really maximize your potential and capability in learning a language. So, two advice if you want to learn a language: one, be dumb, means have a free mind. Two, be desperate. Be dumb and be desperate. Thank you, and see you later.